Yeah, hi, good morning everyone. I will share my screen and start today's session. Okay, so today we'll discuss about the methods. Methods is the very beautiful concept in Java. So like, please concentrate. Okay, today we'll discuss about the methods. So the first question is what is methods? What is methods? So methods is a very beautiful concept in Java. The first question is what is method? Methods, the main purpose of methods which is used to perform some operations. Okay, which is used to perform some operations. Perform some operations. The main purpose of methods is which is used to perform some operations. So once again, I will mute this guys. Okay. Guys, is it visible my screen? First, the method main purpose is methods which is used to perform the sum operations. Okay, is there any syntax for the methods? Yes, we have the syntax. What is the syntax? So the first one return type. The first one is the return type, and next method name, and you should take the parameters para 1 comma para 2 comma para 3. You should take n number of parameters. You should take n number of parameters. There is no limit. You can take n number of parameters. You can take n number of parameters. This is the method syntax. Method syntax. Method syntax. So first one is the return type and method name, and you should take n number of parameters. There is no limiter. You can take multiple parameters. So parameter, what does it mean by parameters and what does it mean by arguments? We will see. So the first thing is while writing the methods, we need to follow some standards. What are the standards? First one is the return type is mandatory. First one is return type is mandatory. For methods, return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. And second point is method name is mandatory. Method name is mandatory. Method name is mandatory. And third step, third step, third step, parameters. Parameters are the optional. So based on the requirement, we can take the parameters. Okay, parameters are optional. Parameter are optional. Optional. Here you should remember one more point. Method return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. If you don't want to return anything, we need to use the void. So the thing, if you don't want to return anything, if you don't want to return anything, then you should use void keyword. Should use void return type. Are you guys clear with my points? The main purpose of method is which is used to perform some operations. Is there any syntax for the methods? Yes, we have the syntax. First one is the return type and method name and parameters. So while writing the methods, so we need to follow some standards. What are the standards? So while declaring the methods, return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. If you don't want to return, if you don't want to return anything, then you should use the return type. Then you should use the return type. And method name is mandatory. Method name is mandatory. Parameters are optional. Parameters are optional. So I will we'll discuss multiple programs. So based on that, no, you will get the clarity. For example, what I'm saying, return type is mandatory. Now you can see int add, and if I write like this int a comma int b, if I write like this is the valid or invalid? This is the valid or invalid? This is the valid or invalid. And you should remember one more point. Return statement should be in the last line. Return statement. Return statement should be last line. Last line of the method. Okay. Last line of the method. Now we can observe what is happening here. This add is the method name. This method name or return type is the int. So whenever you are declaring the method, these are the mandatory steps. What are the mandatory steps? Compulsory you should take the mandatorily you need to mention the return type. If you don't want to return anything, then you need to mention void. This is the mandatory step. You need to mention return type. What kind of the method want to return. So in this case, I am returning int. Method name is the add. Int is the return type. Int is the return type. And these two are the parameters. Int a is the one parameter. Int b is the one parameter. Int a is the one parameter. Int b is the one parameter. Now you can observe. So if I write like this, this is the valid or invalid program. Invalid program. Why? Exactly. There is no, we haven't mentioned any return type. We need to mention the return. So simply now what I am doing is int, I would say sum equal to, or I can say I will mention int c equal to a plus b. A plus b. Now I will mention return c. Now I will mention return c. Now this is the valid program or invalid program? This is the valid program, invalid program. This is the valid program. Why? Because the method return type is the integer. So, like the method type is the integer. So the method should have to return the same value. The method should have to return the same value. So that is the very important point you should keep in mind. We'll write multiple programs on that. We'll write multiple programs on that. So that point I am right here. Method have return type. Method have return type. It should be written. It should be written. Return time. It should be written same value. Same value. If I mention integer, the method should be written with the same value. The method should be written with the same value. Okay. In the same way, now you can tell me string. I am mentioning a full name, and here I am passing the two parameters. The parameters are should be I am taking string first name and comma and second one string last name. Okay. Last name. From here to here, this is the scope of the method. This is the scope of the method. Now what I am doing is string name equal to f name and plus last name. So what will happen? It is concatenate. Whatever the parameters are the values which will give input to the methods. Parameters are the values. Parameters are the values which will give input to the methods. So in this program, what I am doing, now you can tell me what does it mean by string? String is the data type. And what are data type and return type for this method also. This string is the data type and string is the return type of this method also. Here what is the method name? Full name is the method name. And what are the parameters? I am following the standards or not. Whenever you are mentioning declaring the method, we need to mandatorily you can take the return type, mandatorily you should take the method name, and parameters are the optional. Based on the requirement, you can take the parameters. Now you can see, now you can observe. Now string is the data type and string is the return type also. Return type also. And the second one is the method name. Second one is the method name. In this case, full name is the method name. And these are the parameters, string f name and string last name and I'm concatenating like this. This is the valid program or invalid program? Invalid program. Why? Because you mandatorily you need to mention the return type. We mandatorily you need to mention the return type. When the method have the return type, it should be written the same value. For example, this is the string. This is the string. Now you can see what I'm doing. If I mention like this is valid return int name. If I mention like this is valid. No, this is invalid. Whatever the return type has mentioned, the method has to return the same value. The method has to return the same value. The method has to return the same value. And return statement should be in the last line of the method. That is the point I am saying here. The return statement should be last line of the method. Okay. Last line of the method. Are you guys clear with these points? Now I will take one more method. For example, if I take the boolean and for example boolean and check boolean check here. If I take some value int age. So now you tell me this is the valid program or invalid program. Boolean is the what does it mean? Boolean. Boolean is the data type and the data type, and check is method name, and int age is the parameter. Now this is the valid or invalid? Invalid. Why it is invalid? Compulsory you need to mention the return type. Compulsory you need to mention the return type. Now in my case, what is the return type? So for that purpose we need to mention some condition like int age is less than or equal to some for example I will mention some 70, and if the condition is true, then we need to return some true. We need to return some true. For example, return, I would say return true. Return true. And if the condition is not satisfied, we need to mention else. So simply I am mentioning like this. Return false. Return false. Are you guys clear with these points? Clear with these points? So whenever you're declaring the methods, you mandatory follow these steps. First one, return type is mandatory, method name is mandatory, parameters are optional, and return statement should be last line of the method, and method have return type. It should be written same value. It should be written the same value. Okay, it should be written the same value. So after this, so this is clear. This is clear. Now after this, in Java, we have methods are divided into two types. One is instance method, and second one is static methods. Second one is the static methods. Okay, what is instance method and what is static methods? We'll try to understand more. Static instance method are also called as object level methods. Object level methods. Okay. Static methods are called class level objects, class level methods, class level methods. So we'll try to understand one by one. Instance method and static methods we'll try to understand one by one. So the first point is instance method are called object level methods are called object level methods. Okay, object level methods. Okay, so I will write the one program, and so through that we'll start the session. For example, I will open my Eclipse and I will write one program. You guys need to tell. So methods are divided into two types. One is the instance method. Second one is the static methods. So instance meaning object creation, object creation, and static meaning class level, class level. Instance meaning object level, static meaning class level, class level. Now we are discussing about one by one instance method and static methods. Instance method and static methods. So I would like to open this one. I will open my Eclipse and then I will write one program and then now we'll see. Okay. Now I would like to take one more file inside. I am taking. Okay. I am opening this basic programs and I am creating one file. So the file name I am mentioning the methods. Okay. Name you can give anything, no issue. Okay. I am taking the main method, finishing. Okay. Now you can observe. You can observe. This is the main method. This is the main method. Inside the main method, what I am doing, I am doing like this. So I am taking one method, that is the void m1 method, and in this method, what I am doing is take, need to take inside this one. Okay, m1 is the method. In this m1 method, what I am doing is I am doing some. I am writing some dummy message. I am writing some dummy message. You can observe here. Sysout statement. Okay, sysout statement. L A. Some message I everyone. And I would like to hi everyone. And this which method is this one? This method is instance method. How I am saying instance method? Only the difference is instance method and static method. If you declare with the static, then that is the static method. If you not declare with static keyword, then that is the instance method. Then that is the instance method. Now this is the instance method. M1 is the one instance method. Okay, in the same way, I would like to take M2 method also. Static void. I would like to take M2 and from here to here. Scope of M2. Here I would like to mention sysout. Sysout. And here I am coming from static method. I am writing some dummy message. I am coming from static method. Okay, this is clear. I am saving this one, and here also I will write some dummy message. That dummy message, can you please observe what I am writing? Sysout statement, and here I am writing data coming from main method. Main method. This is clear. This is clear. You guys clear what I am did till now? This is the instance method and this is the static method and this is the main method. So I am saving the file, and if I run the file, then which method got executed? Which method got executed? Main method is executed. So I will execute and we'll see which method got executed. Only the data is coming from main method. Only main method is executing. Then what about remaining two methods? Hmm? Hmm? Same points I am writing here. When we have methods, when we have methods in class, this is our method or predefined method? Our method, our custom methods. Okay, our custom method. When we have methods in class, by default, by default, by default, JVM will not execute. By default, JVM will not execute our methods. Will not execute our methods. Will not execute our methods. Our methods. We need to call. We need to call our methods. We need to call our methods. Are you guys clear with my point? What I'm saying? So in this case, I have taken two methods. One is the instance method and second one is the static method. I'm executing at the executing time. These two methods is not calling. Why? Because this is the reason. When we have like the class contain number of methods. The class can contain number of methods. Class can contain number of methods. So by default, the JVM will not execute. By default, the JVM will not execute our methods. The JVM will execute only one method, that is the main method. The JVM will execute. These two are the JVM don't know these two methods. M1 is the one method and M2 is the one method. JVM don't know these two methods. Then how can the JVM will print the whatever the dummy message we have given. So we need to call. We need to call. The JVM will knows only one method, that is the main method. That is the main method. And I would say this main method and JVM, both are very close friends. So that's why all the time the JVM will execute main method only. Main method only. The JVM don't know these two methods. M1 the JVM don't know. M2 the JVM don't know these two methods. So if the JVM don't know these two methods, how the JVM will access our methods? We need to call the methods. We need to call the methods. How can I call? How can I call? Which method is this one? This is the instance method. This is the instance method. Should I call like this? Should I call like this? Should I call like this directly? No. Calling meaning this is the instance method and this is the static method. Instance, whenever you get the instance meaning, we mandatorily create the object. We mandatorily create the object. So through that we need to access our method. Okay. Are you guys clear with my point? What I'm saying? These two are our methods. M1 is our method and M2 is the our custom method. This one is the predefined method. JVM knows only one method, that is the main method. JVM actually don't know these two methods. M1 and M2 JVM don't know these two methods. So for the our class name is the methods. So methods creation. This is the object creation. Now if I want to invoke instance method, then simply how can I invoke m1 dot m1 dot oh sorry m dot m. This is the m is the reference variable m dot m1. Here we will get the options. So now if I execute the file, then now should I get this message? Should I get this message? Are you guys observing what is happening internally? Now this is coming. Static meaning class level. Static meaning class level. Static